Good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on where you are, and I can't do this properly when people are looking at me. So we are at Medina and Bloor, and I'm here with David and Nick.
Hello.
There we go. They've done walks with me before. Last time Nick had hair, he did a walk with me. That was a while ago. So we're going to do a walk around here. Nick's lived in this area. I lived in this area a long time ago, but Nick has lived in this area
for a decade.
Yeah, so he might point some things out, but I think we're going to do a loop-de-loop or something like that. Anyways, let's get walking. Yeah. We're going this way?
I know, it's so cool. Flip around. Ooh, we're going to go by the Montessori school. That's where I would have sent a child if I had one.
And half your bank account.
No, it's so expensive.
They can learn at their own pace.
No, they can get graded in animals and stickers.
What does TDX mean? Isn't that like the Toronto Stock Exchange?
It is. Where are you seeing it, bro?
There's like a giant graffiti over there.
Yeah, that's the Toronto Stock Exchange gang.
Oh, that's...
Finance bros from Rotman,
So that's the back of the Madison.
That's the back of the map.
You've been there before, right?
Many times.
I just remember, like, people always have stories about that place, like getting assaulted or something.
Yeah, it was always crowded, and because it's on the street with all the frat houses.
It definitely has a young crowd.
That too.
Because it's so close to the campus, right? So
But
it's
consequently, you will see like older people there connected to the university, or people who've lived in the Annex their entire lives. And just there for a beer early on a weekend.
So I don't know if you guys noticed this downtown, but the lights on the east end, at least, when you press the button to walk, it's now got a new sound. It's got the Canada-wide sound that I've heard in Halifax before.
The beep boop?
No, it goes do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do.
In the East End?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That hasn't gotten here yet.
I
But
wonder if it's like a universal accessibility thing.
I can see that.
It's known as the Canada something something.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I've heard it like everywhere in Halifax has it, and then Vancouver started using it, and then Yonge and Dundas has it now.
That's cute. That's
I know that because I was watching somebody live stream there. I think it was Johnny Strides or something.
I like that better than like
that.
the walk sign is on.
Or the bam bam
It's on.
bam bam.
Well, didn't the one crosswalk sound get used in a Billie Eilish music thing?
Like the song?
It doesn't make something like that.
Tattle Creek Montessori. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the school I'd send my kids to if I had money. And kids.
I like that it's named after Tattle Creek, though. The
Underground creek that got destroyed?
Yeah.
Or this creek that got destroyed and is now underground.
Oh, so this is where we have to cross now.
Is it completely underground?
Yep.
Wow.
Now.
They buried it. It used to run through U of T and through Philosopher's Walk. And there's a park at Bedford and Avenue?
No, it's the one with the Quaker building on it. Yeah, the Quakers have property in York there.
Anyways, there's a giant sculpture there, and it's made with one solid or one long piece of like metal.
I didn't know it was all one piece.
It's all one piece, and that piece, that length, if you stretch it out, is the length of Tattle Creek.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a weird sort of like jug statue.
Yeah, random trivia.
Oh, cool. If we keep
Here's some trivia. I went to a community meeting recently for a building on this street, and people were debating whether you pronounce it Lowther or Lowther.
I always said Lowther, but
too.
I'm not native to this area.
Because that was the thing. Like, I found younger people were saying Lowther, and then the old people on the call would be like, it's actually called Lowther.
I've called it Lowther the entire time I lived here.
And like belittle them for saying it wrong.
They should.
It's like,
You can see into their apartment.
I think both are okay.
Both are fine, but it's louder, and you're gonna say
Lowther.
It's just loud, man.
So I thought, watch out for the dog poop.
Thank you.
So I thought this was like a historical plaque, but the plaque just says private property.
So many people parking. I was mugged on this street actually.
And this plaque there. Yeah.
No, it's happening again. Not my flow water.
This is a very pretty street, especially
It's
in the
actually
fall.
nice.
Honestly, you get through a winter forgetting that these trees have foliage, and the first day of spring you step out. You just sort of stand in the middle of the road, sort of in awe.
Yeah, in Annex people like garden nicely and
We do.
decorate nicely for Halloween.
Now this house on the corner, a scary old man used to live there. They sort of let it fall into a state of ruin.
How many gas
It's beautiful now.
And it was completely renovated. So it used to just be rundown red brick, old tattered wood. Now they painted it black. They've added this modern addition.
Oh, it must be 8 units.
It's really nice.
Mailboxes.
Yep.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
The Annex, unlike, say, Rosedale, is a neighborhood that isn't afraid to cut up some of its units. There's a lot of student housing here. Almost all of Madison Avenue is really multi-unit homes. It's very rare to find one that's a single-family unit. That's a rental. That's a frat house. That's a rental. Every time a property pops up on Madison Avenue on Realtor.ca, I'm on it. Because I lived here for 10 years, so I'm always curious to see what it looks like on the inside.
Was it the street you lived on?
Yeah.
Ah.
There used to be a guy who lived here on the ground floor. I don't know his last name. We only knew him as Crazy Joe. He was a medical
On
student
this-
at U of T.
This house.
Yeah.
Crazy Joe.
Crazy Joe's your cousin? No, he got the name because he once took too many drugs in university, and the police were called and he locked himself in the closet.
Oh geez. That,
He's fine now, though. He's a doctor. Actually, maybe you should edit that bit out.
Oh, they're gonna be like, wait a minute.
Crazy Joe's my doctor.
I mean, I don't know if you'd go to a doctor named Crazy Joe though. That's.
So this building was owned by my former landlady. This one here.
Does she live in there?
No, she lives in a place called Trolley Park in Rosedale. Every time you would try and pay rent, she'd say, "Oh, you can come to my house. It's Trolley Park." Like, I get it. You live in a nicer neighborhood than me. She is a doctor who had her license revoked by the college, and her husband is a retired professor.
And now she's watching Red Yeti on YouTube.
I don't think so. She is on YouTube, though. She gave an interview at the start of the pandemic and told people to eat mangoes and drink more water.
Solid advice.
Think of all the lives she saved.
Look at this nice car that these very rich people are stepping into.
Oh, it took my eye out. I do find it a little bit depressing that they paint all of the woodwork black.
So these like things on top of the house like that, like it's called like a turret, right? Like the turret tower?
Sure.
Sure? Or no? This,
Yeah, I think
yeah, it is. But usually it's at the corner, I think, right?
Well, that is a corner because it's two separate houses. They're just combined.
Okay.
So they really wanted that architectural detail. The man who used to live in this house died in there, actually.
You
did.
know a lot of what's going on in the street. That's.
Took them 2 years just to clear out all this stuff. He was a pack rat.
I guess we are getting a historical tour.
If we go west enough, I can show you the park where that girl was abducted. They found her body up the street in the bridge. It was the 70s.
This is awful.
That's a turn.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
But yeah, any like rounded point.
That one.
A lot of people here like to put like hammocks on those porches that they never use. I think they're probably left over from when they were staged.
Look at how nice the insides of these houses are, which...
Those prints look like they were taken from...
Is it an art gallery? No, it's just someone's house. Are a lot of these apartments, or these are like properly lived in by...
It depends. You can normally tell by the number of doorbells.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
doorbells, mailboxes.
True.
this one, for example, is 2 units. They're 2 very nice units. Like, combined, the 3 of us couldn't rent one.
Or like the hydrometers. See how that house has 4 on the side.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, there.
That means there's 4 units. See, this one has 2 units.
Decoding the Annex.
Oh no, this one's a 4-plex.
Wow. With like light posts and everything from the 70s. And
so
an
the
awning.
neighborhood was in an uproar when this was built in the 70s, too. This one?
Very nice here in like the fall.
This one looks...
Very stately street. I will give it that.
It made walking to campus every day a little nice. No?
No random encounters with Margaret Atwood.
No, I'm not random campus. I'm Margaret Atwood. She was more mobile back then.
She sneered at me that one time, remember?
She did.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this is where Tracy Joy lives. That nice Polish boy. The house here at the corner is owned by the Catholic Church.
Really?
Yep. We'll often see nuns walking about the neighborhood.
They live in such nice houses, these nuns.
Well, I think I'm not sure what they're connected with, but there is an Opus Dei residence on St. George. So.
Oh, that's not Opus Dei.
It is. It's run by Opus Dei.
It's called something else, though.
It is called something else.
They just built like a big addition to it.
Oh.
Forget. It's like something house.
Yes, it is something house. I can't remember.
It's like for people that are like training to be priests.
Mm-hmm. I had a religion teacher in high school who went there.
Not current.
That sounds right, though. This sprawling property here on the left used to be a home for troubled young women. I'm not sure if it still is.
Wow.
No, definitely not. Look at that addition.
It's,
yeah. But it's funny, the disparity between, not disparity, but having a home like this, support home just down the street. I remember once someone had a birthday party up the street. They had donkey rides down Madison Avenue.
Wow.
I'm sure in violation of a number of bylaws, but you could ride. It was for children, obviously.
And there's another turret house.
I know.
Our neighborhood has always been that.
Yeah. We're also next door to, EMS. But yeah, I lived here for 10 years and then moved to the beaches for a couple of years, so I'm kind of done with quiet neighborhoods now.
Oh, it's your old house up there.
Yep. We used to have way more trees on this street. But when I lived here, if you had any sort of weather, you were guaranteed to lose power because trees would always fall down.
Oh yeah.
So if you see like these young planting, there used to be a tree here. One came down and crushed the Jeep that was parked there. That was very satisfying.
Did you hear it or you just saw it?
Oh, we
'Cause
heard it. We didn't
that'd be a
have power
loud
for 5
crash.
days.
Yeah.
Now the guy who used to live in that house, he didn't die there, but he might be dead. He claimed that I could play the guitar really well. He'd always come up on the porch and chat with us. And when I said I don't play the guitar, he thought I was playing a joke. Like, no, I've never played the guitar in my life. He's like, you play it every night.
It's a ghost.
I have a talented doppelganger out there somewhere.
Should learn to play the guitar with only one
Why
arm.
bother? Someone else can play it better than me who looks like me. I'll just
But it
play
wouldn't
it
matter. You would be so famous because you have one arm.
Yeah, the one arm guitarist. That's
I beat Elden Ring with only 5 fingers, and I didn't get an award for it. I didn't feel myself doing it. Maybe that's what I should have done.
Who developed Elden Ring?
from Soft.
Yeah, from Software.
Sponsor Nick.
Well, they sent that one
Send
guy.
my child to a Montessori school.
Yeah.
And that's where I lived for 10 years.
Which one?
Which one?
The one with the white pillars and the addition built over the porch.
Ah.
Ah,
The addition built over the porch was my
Whoops.
library.
I
had
flipped
about
it.
6.
Wait, hi.
Huh?
I hit the wrong button, but there we go. So it was this one.
Yeah.
That's where I carried a chair up the stairs.
You carried a chair up the stairs?
Yeah, you got a new chair and I carried it up
Oh
the
my
stairs.
god, yeah, you and I knew each other back then.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean used to live upstairs.
Now we're gonna go inside.
And Hector was in the... I do still have the keys for that place, worryingly. Somewhere. Alright, you guys have a good walk. I'm just gonna stare at this.
There's a bespoke shop. What is bespoke? Oh, it's a butcher.
It's a butcher. It used to be a baker.
What about the candlestick maker?
I was gonna
When
say.
the butcher goes under, it'll become Betty's Candles.
That's gonna be David's candle. Midlife crisis.
Well, they're actually, I shouldn't say this because you're putting it on YouTube, but not a lot of people are going to watch.
Yeah, no one's gonna find.
There's a woman up here. It's called, someone's cheese. Beverly's cheese or something. And I've seen her getting picked up from work, I think, by her husband, who's driving a very, very nice car. I think it's just a hobby. She sells cheese as a hobby.
Just for fun? Like, she
Just
doesn't
for
actually
fun.
make money off of it.
And she...
We're like that up at St. Clair, where I'm like, this is just a hobby for you. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you don't make any sales today.
Nancy's cheese. And like every time you buy cheese, she gives you a printout with like this detailed history of the cheese and what to pair it with and the flavor profile.
Does she tell you, like, what cow it came from?
If you asked, she would know.
This
Oh,
came
his
from
name
Bessie.
is Adonis. He's a Jersey cow.
I'd be very confused if a male cow brought me cheese, but okay with it.
Oh yeah. It's a specialty shop.
Do you see this condo under construction here?
One of the corner?
Yeah. The residents who live up on the streets adjacent to Casa Loma
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
tried to stop it because they were like, it's gonna soil our view
There's Casaloma.
up there.
Right
So, like,
there.
And the city was pretty much like, you live in a big house on the hill.
Deal with it.
Tough shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 13.
That's not bad at all.
So
It's
that's
interesting to see how they were trying to pair the old entrance to
Medina.
DuPont with the new AODA wheelchair elevator.
I know. At least they did install it. So.
It took they were like 6 years overdue from the Act passing.
I do want to go on a tour of Casa Loma. Tickets are $40. which
I
think is a
know.
little steep, but I've only been for like the Christmas walkthrough, which is like the grounds and the stables, and I went to a wedding, which was just the ballroom.
Ooh.
But I want to go. There's like a viewing observation up on one of the towers.
There is.
yeah. You can go both towers now.
Yeah.
One's outdoors and one's indoors.
Yeah, I really want to go up to the one on the top.
I haven't been up there since the 90s. We should find a Groupon and go.
Yeah, that's where we found the tickets for the Christmas thing. It was fun. Like there was a hot guy and did fire spinning.
Okay.
Both my sister and I were like, damn.
That's festive.
Yeah.
Eddie, Rob, and I did the Halloween haunt. And it was very fun.
DuPont was such a traffic sewer.
We know. Every night when I go over Thursday when I go back to Scott's, it's
It's the worst street to bike on. Never bike
Oh, God.
on DuPont.
There's no bike lanes though.
No, I once got on here by mistake, and I was like,
Yeah, the cars will just hit you.
There's no regard for human life.
no.
Roadie cuisine.
Smells good.
Oh, it's
It
such good.
smells really good. Oh,
Their website used to have a soundtrack. Do you remember when websites would do that? You'd log on and there was like MIDI music in the background?
There would be like a little volume button in the corner that you had to find if you wanted to turn it off.
Yep, and a bunch of 3D art of like a spinning plate of roadie. I'm sure they've updated their website. But
Okay,
we
why
used to
don't-
have it playing when we'd order.
See, look how much nicer the precast on this building looks than the one going up by us.
Yeah, oh, that's because it's not a tower in St. Jamestown. It is much nicer.
we go down Walmart and connect back to Bloor, and then. Oh, this is really pretty. These
This is another nice
lights
street.
down below.
Walmer Road.
This house has really nice lights. I like sidewalk lights like that. For somebody with poor vision, it's very nice to have lit up sidewalks at night.
And before you ended up moving all the way out to the West End, you were almost looking at buying here. A rundown little West rundown little place, but you didn't.
Oh, that that one house we looked at, the High Park.
Oh, that place was creepy. You had like 5 people telling you not to go fucking near it.
It's the first time I'd like been in a house after seeing many houses on that like it just had a bad vibe inside of it.
It had a bad vibe. They hadn't really cleaned the kitchen super well. Which one was it? Do you remember the one near High Park?
Oh, there's a really cool house coming up here.
I thought that black house is really cool.
All the houses along here are clean.
I know.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure it's on the right here with like the cool bay window.
Oh, the big wraparound?
I'm pretty sure that's owned by I don't know if I can say this on video.
Like an architect?
No, well, a developer, like the guy who owns the company Taz.
Oh.
And that house was renovated by Stulen Architects, who are former employees of Shim Sutcliffe, who did like the Ace Hotel and the Integral House.
Ooh, Integral House
So
too.
you
eh?
can see
Is it that one?
the one with the big round bay window. You
Wow.
can see a lot of similarities between like the.
Oh, and that's a standalone home. That's not a. Oh, cool.
But you
I
see
would-
with, like the rounded metal entrance, it's giving same energy as the Ace.
I would love to know what somebody would do with that round room like that. Like, it's all curtained off right now, but do they just have a piano there? Do they have a couch
I
there?
would set up a camera with a ring light, open up the blinds, and go on cam 4.
I mean, that would be... that's
I
one way to
wouldn't.
start a business. That's...
I'd use it as an office, but I'd feel weird working out of there because you're so exposed to the street.
I think it would be my like pondering circle. I would put like a chair, an ashtray, a table, and a lamp.
Eames chair.
Yeah, and just like I would sit there and just ponder. Did you see?
I just heard this.
These are questions that I never get asked because I'm poor.
Yep.
We heard a lady come out of her car and just say, "Did you seriously just put $100,000 on?" And then I didn't hear the rest. What was the $100,000 put on?
They're definitely fighting over a renovation. Like that house looks like it's being renovated.
Yeah. Never go through a relationship when you're renovating.
See, my arguments would be more like, "Did you seriously just pay $10 for that like magazine?" Like,
Where did you get these countertops?
Well, also,
They're the roll-on kind from Dollarama.
they're
got them off Amazon. They had the peel stick from Amazon.
painted plywood.
They had a lightning deal at 5% off. I had to buy it.
Have you seen that? Like, I forget what show it aired on in the UK, but it was like a comedy skit of like a realtor giving a tour of an apartment.
The one with the avocado bathroom.
No, but where everything, the joke was that everything in the apartment was made of paper.
Oh.
And like, she's like, yeah, it's got a beautiful kitchen. And the people are like, everything is made of paper. Like, she's like, yeah, beautifully finished.
Beautifully. Cheap renos are the best. Keep you humble.
I love this building.
This one in the corner looks so out of place. Oh, the big white
The
one.
mid-century one, that's an Uno Cree. That's got heritage designation, if you can believe it.
Really?
Yeah.
There's something about the third floor with the concrete designs.
Uno Cree was a Estonian Canadian architect who did all of these like space-agey mid-century towers.
He's going space agey, but it's giving clown.
It's cool though,
like
this
circus
building. Yeah.
Miami Circus.
Miami and the Annex.
A little bit of Los Angeles here in Canada. But yeah.
It's 3 degrees.
Spooky corner haunted house. Although it's probably a frat house, no?
No, the frat houses are mainly isolated to Madison Avenue.
So that's just
That just looks
like
like
a
a
very-
trap house, like a rooming
a trap house. I always thought trap house was where people go and listen to trap music.
No, it's where trap music originated.
I know. They do all the
it is.
drugs.
Because all the early musicians lived in trap houses.
Yeah.
And they'd have like little studios set up in closets.
They've got a nice little, too small of a TV.
Way too small. Ring their doorbell, let's tell her.
Like, man, I saw you folding laundry, and I just want to say your TV is way too small.
You don't fold laundry in your front living room with the blinds open.
I was looking at you through your windows from the street, and I noticed.
Also, your sweatpants have a stain on them? Was that ice cream?
I love looking in people's windows, though. Like,
I'm worried that if I were to ever live in a condo that was next door to another condo, I'd just sit and watch.
well, that's why I had a lot
Yeah.
of fun in Montreal, because the houses are so much closer to the street, so you can peer, like, right
Yeah.
in. You can, like, you can just be like, hey,
Although it does also...
smell the dinner you're cooking, because the window's open.
I know people who live in one of those black buildings on Jarvis. Their blinds are perpetually closed because of how close they are to the neighbors across the street. Like, they see everything. So to give themselves some modicum of privacy, they live in darkness.
Like me, I refuse to cover my windows. I just
I know,
held out until the neighbor did it. And I won. So.
You won. She first put up, what is it?
Yeah, so my neighbor saw me naked, Eddie.
Oh yes, you told me this story. This,
Yeah.
and then she put up the.
The blinds and then window film.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe she's just being polite, like for your sake. She can't come in your
No,
unit
no,
to
no.
do it, so she's
She
No,
did
no.
it to give David a false sense of security.
I like
because she can see still through her. Yeah, it's
It's one way. It's all. We have an agreement.
She gives you money every month.
Yeah. I get a check. A little kiss.
A
on the
little
cheek.
memo for not wearing clothes. For keeping it spicy.
Thank you, David. You've brought joy to my life, to this old woman's heart. I thought I was having a heart attack, but it was actually my heart beating stronger and faster than ever before.
so legit question though. To sidetrack it a bit, what are the green stuff around the trees there?
I don't know.
Is it design or is
Might be a
it?
tree
Oh,
conservation
you know what?
technique?
It might be, those might be ash trees, and those might be there to catch emerald ash borers. Like sticky things.
Because I know it's a big problem for Toronto ash trees.
Those are probably, that's probably...
Oh, it's not to
why
prevent,
a
like,
lot of
beetles
trees
to go
on
up
your-
it?
On your street are gone because they were ash trees.
Yeah, and they got infested.
Yeah, so they just die and fall down.
This house, it was, before it had scaffolding put up, was probably my favorite house
This is a really good restoration company. I follow them on Instagram.
in the Good. I'm glad it's being restored because the exteriors were stunning. I've never seen the interior.
I
but-
watched
Especially
that.
we can't
It's
get
really
any of
cool
a
what they
look.
do. They like use super old techniques to like restore bricks,
Oh.
like lime mortar.
Yeah,
and, you know, like we'll insulate buildings with like horsehair if it's like restored.
Horsehair?
That's cool.
I wish I could do something like that. Oh,
Because,
look
I
at
mean-
that turret.
Wow.
So the predominant architectural style you
Look
get
at
in the
this house.
Annex is Richardsonian Romanesque. It just refers to the elaborate red brickwork that you have on the sides of the buildings. This is a different, though.
That's very haunting.
Would this be Queen Anne?
Yes.
Queen Anne meets the sort of typical design that you get in an Annex style home.
Wow. And then look at these like very like 60s arches.
That's
Yeah.
another Uno Free. Both of these are
You said he was Estonian?
Estonian, so the one on the left and the one on the right are both.
So that's why the Estonian Community Center is in. Ah.
Yes.
Oh.
That's a banshee. What was
wow,
that?
you can see his
That's-
corpse.
That is a pretty sweet playground.
This was renovated quite recently
Damn, that's cool.
because I thought that like climbing pile was rubble, but no, it's just
Just the wood blocks, right?
Yeah.
Looks like little.
Fuck the Montessori school. This is where I'm sending my child.
Oh yeah, look.
Wow,
they
it's
just
the
did it.
architecture, yeah.
Cool.
So this is private to this school, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, we can't go in.
Darn it.
Sorry.
This is U of T though.
They started young.
Oh, so if I don't, what if I flash my employee ID?
I don't
try to
think
go
they'll let you
in.
into the school.
Ah, darn it.
This is the park where I watched the International Space Station fly over in like 2013.
This would be a good spot to watch the solar eclipse
Yeah.
in like a week and a half.
It was funny when
April 8th.
April 8th.
on Monday. When Pokemon Go first came out, this was one of like the stops or whatever you call it, where you catch Pokemon.
Oh, really? This
So
is a
there'd always
cute
be,
little
like-
park.
It's named after, I want to say, Gwendolyn McEwen, who's a Canadian poet who knew our dear friend Margaret Atwood.
There's 2 development proposals right here, and part of the negotiations that are ongoing with the city is to like cut off part of the road access around this and to like improve the park.
Whose head is this?
Gwendolyn
Gwendolyn
McEwen.
McEwen, poet and author.
I think
That's
she used to live on the island.
That is a comically small head. for
I
such a
thought it was a
large place.
child.
She was a small woman. On the anniversary of her death, the statue will actually talk.
She didn't live that long.
Well,
Please don't. That would be very creepy.
but yeah,
Yeah, she was only like 40, 46.
We are still dancing. Dancing. Wow.
new tattoo ideas for David.
Moving. Yeah, I'm gonna get that in person on my lower back.
This is Walmer Baptist Church.
Yeah, they're gonna put a tower on the back.
Yep.
The guy that owns that big house that we passed, I think they would know, is the developer of this.
The minister of this place was the minister of my parents' church back home.
Where's
All
the minister now?
Residents are like freaking out because the church sold, and the church was literally like, "It's falling apart. Like we have no money. We don't know what to do with it."
In fairness, that's what she said about the church back home. She wanted to tear that one down too.
Gwendolyn McEwen said that?
No, the minister of that one.
Oh.
It is a nice church, but it's
It
also
actually
been
is a
around
really
for very
big
long
church
time.
too.
So they're gonna keep like the front part and put a tower in the back. I've always liked this building.
Same. I always dreamed of this one
Weird
too.
little oddball.
I bet it has a really cute courtyard.
It's such a strange style.
Yeah, but
Definitely
It-
built in the 70s.
but it works.
It reminds me of something that would be in like LA,
Yeah,
like a warmer climate kind of thing.
it's because the roof. It's a giant patio up there, I guess. So how many more buildings by famous Estonian architects can you see, David?
2.
Did he do both of these?
There's one here.
Oh my
And
god.
that one there.
See, this one with the blue railings always reminded me of Miami for some reason.
So if you look at historical photos of it, it actually used to have really cool decorative metal railings. But they're probably made out of steel,
Uh-huh.
so they rusted, obviously.
Oh no.
and would have cost a fortune to replace. And I'm guessing at the time that this one had its little makeover, the owner was probably just like, fuck it. But with this one up here, they like restored everything back to like its original.
Because it's funny, when you walk along here, you wouldn't think that these are noteworthy examples of architecture.
Yeah, so this one up here, yeah, I call it, I don't know what its name is, but the balconies remind me of clouds. Like Simpsons clouds or Pixar clouds.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, they like redid all of the bricks, all custom new railings, new windows, to make it look like exactly as it did, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, like the way they painted it too, it's just just not an eyesore anymore, right? Like,
Yeah.
whereas like this still looks like an eyesore.
Yeah, that one's really rough.
The other thing is, I mean, if you take care of these buildings, they look fine.
Oh my god, it's called the Farewell Apartment.
Oh,
The farewell,
Farewell.
because it's the Cromwell, so the farewell. It's like this is where people go to pass away.
I just love the shape of the balcony, the curvation.
Oh, they do. They have a bachelor
Yeah,
here.
exactly. You just point out the bathroom windows?
Oh, it's a bathroom window. No,
Yeah,
I said that they have a
windows.
bachelor
It's
here.
like in the shower for sure.
Like our building. You can see me fully naked.
I could live there, but I feel like a bachelor there is going to be like $2,200.
Also, it's the farewell. We're not ready for you to die yet.
Like
The farewell.
Yep. Artificially inflated.
Yep. Especially to get that student money, that
Yeah.
international
You don't
students.
want to live around students. Like a lot
No.
of students.
Also, the number of luxury cars that you see. Dave and I had to put up one of them revving outside of Toronto schools.
Yeah.
Yep.
David was going to go fight him.
No, I was gonna go try
Oh.
and marry them. Be like, marry me and then divorce me and give me alimony.
It's tax season, so H&R Block employees have to work overtime.
Oh God, you're right.
Oh, that sucks.
We should bring them wild rice
Wild rice?
and help us do our taxes.
Wild rice to help their
wild
digestive
wings.
systems. Oh, wild wings. They said wild rice.
No,
Yeah, they need some fiber.
Well, that's
they
why
don't
we're
need
just like
fiber.
confused.
They need a drink and some wings.
Look how the church is lit up all like kind of purple.
I like purple.
That's where Tafel music is based out of.
Right? I've been there for Tafel music.
I always see ads for those things, but I never go.
You should. I'll go with you sometime. I like it there. Had a really exciting evening of listening to medieval pilgrim music once there in 2016. We had a consonant performance.
I do like this neighborhood a lot.
Yeah, me too. I like BSB.
Is it still there?
Yep. Right there. BMV.
Oh yeah, we got some.
Looking for a copy of Robert Caro's The Power Broker. Which I think Christopher Nolan should make into a movie. It's so his thing. Yeah.
We could play a game. We could guess how many copies of Middlemarch are at the DMV. No one keeps their copies of Middlemarch.
Apparently, like RuPaul's biography was just basically like popping up in Down Village. It's like so simple that people can read it in like a night.
I mean, I guess it's better than it being too complex and no one being able to get through it.
I will listen to the audiobook if he did the narration.
He has to do the narration, otherwise it's weird when other people do.
It was like I liked listening to like Julia Fox's audiobook where she read it.
So this food hall closed down, didn't
yeah.
it? It didn't survive very long. It kind of opened at the beginning of the pandemic.
What was it?
It was a food hall.
Super fresh. I walked by here and I saw it like a couple weeks ago, and I saw people like inside
The bar lights are
doing
still on.
stuff. Like,
Yeah,
the
there's-
ladders, but there wasn't open.
So that's BMV over there.
I want that Alex cuts.
Not the Madison. What was that pub called there?
Brunny.
The Brunswick House, which was a Rexall and is now a boutique value village.
It's a value village.
Yeah, it's a boutique value village, actually, of all
Big
things.
oversized Wind River.
Yeah, this place here.
The boutique value villages just only have clothes.
Oh, okay.
They don't do like housewares or books or anything, just clothes.
So I'm not going to get a teacup in the shape of a cabbage.
They're opening another one though, I forget where, but the boutique concept seems to pop off. Oh, it smells so good in this neighborhood.
I know.
It smells like garlic.
Oh, it's right there.
I know, I'm being weird.
Futures Bakery, of course.
Futures is great. It's a great date place. If
It's a
you're
very
ever
good
looking
date
for
spot.
a first date spot,
Yeah.
Futures is awesome. You can always get a seat.
And it's Wednesday, so it's all you can eat pierogi night.
Yeah, they do a lot of pierogies and cabbage rolls. And,
It's like affordable and low commitment.
I will say that my Ukrainian friends that I brought there say that these are not Ukrainian pierogies.
Really?
They seem to like reject all pierogies except for specific Ukrainian ones.
Yeah, because I recommended a pierogi place to a Ukrainian person, but it was a Polish pierogi place from
Yeah.
Stanford. And they were like, no, it's different. And I was like, oh, okay.
so pierogies suck. Just get dumplings.
I agree. I love dumplings.
Go to the Downsview Park Flea Market and get their momo. They're fucking delicious.
I like pierogies
Oh.
if they're made by like old women in the basement of a church.
Oh, what's that place called?
Yeah, that place.
That place.
I love the smell of the incense. And the shop owner's glaring at me while I'm...
Oh, I wish I could own a store like this.
Juxtapos, cards and gifts.
Yeah, they have really funny cards in here.
There's lots of
Really?
great little stores along this stretch. I did a lot of Christmas shopping here last
I've also,
year.
yep.
And then your home hardware too.
It closes so early, 6 o'clock.
There's a good occult bookstore there.
That place,
The-
you that was looking for like retro.
Oh, like Coca-Cola?
I'm looking for that, yeah.
Looking for a specific brand of promotional mug that was like given out by McDonald's or something during the Olympics.
That wasn't.
Oh wow, that's so specific.
No, and it's really specific. And I was like, oh, I went to a store here that had a whole section of like promotional like Pizza Hut mugs and Wendy's cups and things like that from yesteryear.
Did they have the Aladdin plates from? Oh, the Hercules plates.
All sorts of like good stuff that I haven't seen in 20 years. Where I was like, whoa, this unlocked like a
Yeah.
deeply buried memory.
It's funny, like those ephemeral objects you don't think about.
I've never been to a show here.
Lee's Palace?
Yeah.
I've been in this. I can't remember why.
Lee's Palace is famous because of Scott Pilgrim. Although for us it's famous for other reasons, like, I mean, local fame. But Scott Pilgrim put it on the international map.
Yeah. Which I think they like recreated the inside of on a soundstage. Maybe we'll run into Guillermo del Toro.
He lives in the beaches.
But he's been out and about going to bookstores.
He has?
Yeah.
That bookstore that I went to, Scribes, or Acadia.
Acadia. Yeah.
On Queen Street with the 2 cats. He was there.
Wait, he was there when you were there?
Not when I was there, but he posted a picture of the same 2 cats, and I was like,
He has an Instagram?
he's on Twitter.
Twitter.
This is where I went on that bad date.
Oh wait,
Oh,
this used to
Poppers?
be the slanted door.
Now it's a value, but
Now it's a
It used to
marijuana
be an
shop.
aroma.
Oh, yeah, it was an aroma.
do you want to go see a movie at Hot Dogs?
No.
Depends on the movie. Although I do occasionally look at their listings to see if there's anything interesting coming up for a good documentary.
I saw like a weird Werner Herzog movie about a bear-man here.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Okay.
It was a little condescending.
It didn't really have a point.
No, he's like, stupid bear man was killed by a bear.
I don't know that it justified the nature
This is hubris and the nature of man. King to Izakaya is pretty damn good though.
Yeah, I went there with Josh after Dune.
Wait, Aussie Josh?
No, Josh, different Josh.
Is it Jamaican place still here?
Yeah, jerking.
Oh yeah, so it is. Jerking.
Jerking.
The fancy burger.
So that used to be the fat burger, and now it's a fancy burger.
And it, before that it became a green beanery.
Dude, the fancy induced burger? That sounds horrible.
I want an induced burger.
Inducing labor?
Hungry.
Oh, you're right. What does that mean? For me, I think it's like the induced labor of the burger. That's
Oh! They put a little thing of butter in it. And No.
Oh.
I'm guaranteed it's like one of those syringes that they put like Baileys in ice cream. Yeah.
Should we go somewhere and get like a
Village to open.
coffee or a warm drink?
Huh?
Like a coffee or a warm drink somewhere?
We could.
A warm tea?
Where did you want to go?
I don't know, but I will sign this video off now. As soon as I can figure out how to flip it around. Like that, on this long walk. Wow, it's almost an hour. Long walk. Nick, you're hiding. There you go. All right, we are leaving you here. Until next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye.